Aloha, everybody. This is Cathy Bilsky, the Quantum Leap Let Light Unite show on UPRN Radio. And this is Friday, September 6th, 2019. Well, we're going to do a lot tonight. I'm going to do the curse removal, energy balancing for you because I don't know about you, but there's so much crap going on. That, if you're not in post-traumatic shock, then you're probably not paying attention to what's going on in the planet. So we'll do the curse removal energy balancing to get in alignment, and then we'll do some energy work and, working on calming the Amazon fires and the hurricane. Definitely work on ICE, the Nazis of the United States. Yeah, it's funny. I do a lot of work on Facebook, and I posted energy work that I did for the hurricane, but it was a little late. Okay, it already started wiping out the Bahamas, and someone wrote on, like, well, why haven't you stopped it? And I just kind of replied, it's like, okay, pick a direction. The fires in the Amazon, kids in cages, forgiving me for being a little bit overwhelmed and getting this energy worked out a little bit later than I should. And then I say what I normally say to people, and what are you doing? What kind of energy work are you putting out? That usually shuts them up. If you don't like what I do, then show me something different. I'll post it if it's good. But if you can't, then shut the hell up. You know what I mean? And I hope, I don't know if you listened to my show last week, but I talked about immigrants and 20 ways that you can actually write and help immigrants. And, I don't know about you, but I've been feeling really frustrated at what the Trump administration, the Nazis in power, are doing to these people. I mean, ripping children away from their parents. Really, really being nasty to kids in prison, and they get paid, these people, they don't want to release anybody because they get paid $750 a day to get these people, to keep these people in child concentration camps or immigrant prisons. Why would they want to let them loose? They're making money from it. And the cheap SOBs actually went to court and said, why should we supply soap and toothbrushes? Because these kids don't need it. I mean, how sick and twisted. $750 a day. So I'm really upset. It's what's happening to immigrants. So I started looking around to see what I could do to take action. And one of the ways is you can become a pen pal. And you can write to some of these people that are in prison, to immigrants in prison, to activists in prison. There's a lot of people that our government has put in prison that doesn't belong there and really could use some outside communication. So Google it. How can we write to prisoners? How can we help immigrants in prison? Now, there's a group in New Jersey that I'm working with, and I will be darned, I don't have their name in front of me. So, oops. But for me, at least I could become a pen pal, and I feel like I'm doing something. I'm making effort. I'm doing service work. So the person I'm writing to actually is from Georgia, the country of Georgia, not the state of Georgia. And so what I did is I just went online because they said these people are kind of lacking for anything that comes from their country, any kind of news. So I found a Georgia news site, pulled off some categories, and then, just sent it to them and said, look, what are your interests? And I will pull off more information for you. So, writing and becoming a pen pal, this is not a big deal, but to them it is. And, if you've got kids, what an awesome lesson in humanity then. So if you really, if you're interested in becoming a pen pal to some of the immigrants that are in prison, write to me and I will send off and I will give you the information of the group. It's not like I'm keeping it secret. I just didn't think to bring it up. Duh. One of those days, guys. One of those days. And I will share their information, and you too can become a pen pal. And it involves no money, none, zero. Just you making effort to write a letter and communicate. That's it. All right. So before I do the curse removal energy balancing, I want to talk a little bit about Russia, and I don't care what country you are from. Russia has probably got their fingers in everything. I mean, oh my God, what's coming up to the surface is really incredibly scary. So I wanted to go through some ways that you can actually boycott Russia. And I'm going to go through this really quick and then we'll get to the curse removal. All right. One of them is they have oil and it's Luke oil. And actually, I found some in Hawaii in the hardware store. One can, but I'm not buying it. There's a lot of other oil products to pick from. So pick wisely, okay? Let's see. Don't fly Aeroflot, which is the largest carrier in Russia. And don't go to Russia. Boycott Russia. Don't spend your money there. All right. They've got beers, Baltica beer. Now, Carlsberg Group, a Danish brewing company, bought out Moscow-based Baltica Brewery. So technically, Baltica now belongs to the Danes. However, it still is a Russian brand brewed and imported from Russia. How sneaky these guys are becoming. Now they also have games for the smartphone and entertainment games, and go elsewhere. Okay, how many of you guys drink vodka? Just don't drink Russian vodka. Boycott it, okay? Boycott it, boycott it, boycott it. And that's the Stolichnia brand. Morgan Stanley has really a lot of Russian ties. Might want to move your money in elsewhere, your assets elsewhere. Entertainment. Have you ever noticed how many films are coming out from Russia with, United States movie stars? Like China. There is a lot. So they've got computer games like Battle Mages, Farm Frenzy, and let's see, Men of War, King's Bounty. Skip it. Don't buy it. There are other things, don't you think? They also have a bank, and it's a big branches, a lot of it in Russia and in Europe. It's called Alforma Capital Markets. And they say don't confuse it with the Greek Alpha Bank. Okay, separate institution. They do have some investment branches in America. And, go elsewhere. Go elsewhere. Boycott Russian Today, their paper and news. Don't eat their Russian crab. Stay away from the Russian mob. I know. Why? Because it's true. Oh, well, all right. Stay away from the Russian prostitutes. I'm sorry, ladies. I really am. It's a bummer. Boycott Trump and all of Trump's enterprises, all of his golf clubs, his hotels. Stay away from Trump. Don't buy anything. Also, you've got actually on Amazon, it's a Russian product line, specifically Russia products on Amazon. You know, books, hats, nesting dolls, military hats, flags, cake decorating. And of course, you can't think of Russia without thinking of religious icons, can you? Well, you can get those too, but don't get them from another. Get them from Poland, for God. You can get religious icons from Poland. Really, I promise you. Even Italy. That's a big one. The Pope's in Italy. Just saying. Might as well go direct to the source. Why get it from Russia when you can go elsewhere? All right. So that is the boycott, and I feel good about that. I don't know about you. All right. So let's do some energy work. And let's do the energy balancing curse removal. And for those of you that are going to participate, I want you to sit up, put your hands in your lap, feet flat on the floor, and I want you to start taking some gentle, deep breaths. I want you to inhale light and exhale out everything that no longer serves you. And imagine all that unwanted energy going through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with your divine essence. So you breathe in light and exhale out everything that no longer serves you. And keep doing that until I tell you to stop. As you're doing that, I surround each and every one of you in a bubble of golden flame. I add to that the blue flame of protection, the violet flame of transmutation, the green flame of healing, and I seal you in the pink flame of love. And I call to all your teachers, guides, masters, and all the divine beings that work with you and invite them in to make this energy work as gentle, loving, and kind as we can. And also, when we're done with the work, to join us when we're doing energy work for the planet. So take one more gentle deep breath and exhale out anything left in your body that no longer serves you. And imagine all that unwanted energy again going through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with more of your divine essence. Now I want you to imagine this incredible divine healing energy coming down from God, coming into the top of your head, your crown chakra. And as it flows into the crown chakra, I want you to allow it to flow through your brain. And as it flows through your brain, feel every cell, atom, molecule in your brain reconnect to the Creator, and you become this really awakened spiritual being filled with all these new possibilities. And now allow that energy to flow out your third eye in the middle of your forehead. Now feel it flow down and come out of your throat chakra. Feel that energy drift down now and allow it to come out of your heart chakra. Feel it flow down even farther and allow it to come out of your solar plexus chakra. Allow it to flow down even further and allow it to come out of your belly button chakra. And now allow it to come out of your sacral chakra, which is right below your belly button chakra. Now feel it come out of the root chakra. Now I want you to allow all that divine energy to flow all the way down your legs, out your feet. Allow it to go into the earth. And I want you to feel yourself reconnect with all the roots and all the trees on the planet. And feel yourself now becoming a conduit for light, and feel that energy just come pouring down your body, flowing down your legs, out your feet, right into the roots of the trees. And the roots all connect and they all talk to each other. And as you give to the roots, the trees are going to send you knowledge back. So let that divine energy flow down your arms and out your hands, and allow it to flow down your spine. So take one more gentle deep breath, and this time again as you exhale, release anything dark or negative that's still left in your body. that no longer serves you, and feel that energy being released through the crystal as you exhale, and then breathe normal. As you're doing that, I call to Michael the Archangel to come forth and cut all ties to any energy you've taken on that's not yours, whether it's from a friend, relative, acquaintance, stranger, anybody you work with, TV set, animal, whatever the cause to create anything out of balance in your life or your body today. And as all that unwanted energy is peeled off of you gently like an onion skin, it all goes through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with your divine essence. And now I want Michael to come forth, cut all ties to reptile, dinosaur energy, secret societies, organized religion, cut all ties to any oaths, vows, curses, hexes, rituals that could have been done to you or your family, going backwards and forwards, hundreds of thousands of generations, or anything you could have done, consciously or unconsciously. And as all that unwanted energy too peeled off of you gently, like an onion skin, it all goes through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with more of your divine essence. And now I want Michael to come forth, cut all ties to any effigies that have been misused against you, and that's any elemental of yours who was used to hurt you or anyone, including anything you own, clothes, hair, picture, your name spoken, written, just thought of, or anything you have your energy on. And as ties to all those elementals are cut, I call the violet flame through them to clean them up, the angel light energy to heal. We release all that unwanted energy back to God. Fill them up with love, and I command them to be neutral or only emit love. And now I want Michael to come forth, remove any energy implants that have been done to you or anything that could have carried over from any other lifetime because of dark magic, voodoo, dark witchcraft, or just dark thoughts sent your way. So I want the stick and needle or knife that's in your crown chakra removed from your third eye, your throat, heart, solar plexus, belly button, root, feet, hands, spine, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, hips, teeth, anywhere in your body that's out of balance. And as you feel all those pins, needles, and knives being very gently removed, imagine all those spaces immediately fill up with the violet flame to clean it up, angel light energy to heal. We release all that unwanted energy back to God, and you fill up with more of your divine essence. And now I want Michael to come forth, cut all ties to patriarchy, genocide, rape, incest, slavery, prostitution, persecution, circumcision, removing any energy overlay that's trying to manipulate you, keeping you from connecting with God, healing yourself, being really successful, fulfilling all your divine missions, and living your life in joy. And as all that unwanted energy is gently released and peeled off of you too, like an onion skin, it all goes through the violet flame back to God. And you fill up with more of your divine essence. Now, if there is anybody out there that is directing any kind of dark energy at you, whether it's through magic, witchcraft, or just dark thoughts sent your way, we're just going to ask them to stop, step forward in the light, and if they choose to continue, which is their free will, we ask their higher self and guardian angel to put them in a position of harmlessness. We surround them in a bubble of mirror. The mirror faces them. It's 2 inches from their nose. And as long as they do that dark work, that energy stays contained in the bubble. But I'm going to add the violet flame to the bubble to transmute that dark energy so they have no forward movement. Bubble of mirror stays up 24/7, 365 days a year until they do works of good. Now I call to your higher self and ask your higher self now to activate your divine blueprint for perfect health. And it starts activating in your body now. And if it's activated already, let that energy be amplified. I'm going to call to all your cells, atom molecules, in any part of your body that's out of balance, and ask that they now mirror the healthy cells and see your body becoming in perfect health, perfect shape, whatever that is for you. So allow all that energy to integrate in a very gentle, kind, loving way with your cells, your atoms, your molecules, all your internal organs, going all the way down into your DNA. And with every breath now, allow more of this energy to integrate. And I'm going to ask that it keeps integrating while we move forward now and start doing some energy work for the planet and all life forms. So I want you to take another deep breath, and as you exhale again, feel your silver cord go up from the top of your head and reconnect to the Creator, and this really high divine energy again comes pouring into your body and goes all the way down your legs, again out your feet, and it flows into all the tree roots on the planet. You're going to feel totally consumed by this divine energy. Now imagine we're in this big, big stadium. You got people to the right, to the left, including angels and your guides, teachers, masters, all the divine beings. We create this huge circle. And in the middle, we're going to put this huge crystal, 100-ton, why not big? And we're going to do bubbles of light over it. And we're going to put the energy in the bubble. So I'm going to ask that you send energy into that bubble, whether it's through your chakras or your hands. And then do some creative visualization while we're doing this and actually see this in your mind's eye happening. All right, feel now everyone reconnecting through the heart chakra. And as in your mind's eye, you've taken the people's hands from the right to the left. We're now going to send that energy down your right arm, your right hand, to the person next to you. Imagine it flowing in the circle to the right. And now we're going to let that energy go to the left. And as it flows to the left, the circle is now closed, so only that which is light may enter. So now we're going to call and invite the trees, add their energy to this circle, and to feel and get whomped with light and be re-energized. And to send energy into the roots and then out through the branches. Let the trees send this energy so all life forms can feel it and react in a positive light. Call to all the rock, stones, crystals, minerals, and all the earth keepers on the planet to lock into the big crystal in the center of our circle. We call to all the grids, ley lines, meridian stones, obelisks, pyramids, all the sacred and holy spots on the planet. Lock into the circle, and I'm going to ask Mother, Father, God, that everyone that partakes receives a healing tonight, and that you guide us into doing not our will, but thy will be done, so be it. So in your mind's eye, drop your hands. And again, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, feel that high divine energy come pouring in again to your body. And out through your chakras, your hands, into the center, creating a bubble of light. Now, in this bubble of light, we are going to put the fires in the Amazon, and also anywhere in Africa that fires are man-set, that's not going to help the environment, that is hurting and harming, okay? And anywhere else on the planet where there's fires right now. So let there be light. We call to Michael the Archangel to come forth and cut all ties to whomever started all these fires. We cut all ties to all negativity that the elementals have taken on and could not hold the energy. So they had to burn it off through fire. As we cut the ties, we call the violet flame through this fire and command the fire elemental to now burn off its anger through the violet flame. And we send the energy of the angel light to heal the fire elemental. Now we reconnect the fire elemental to the Creator and command it to now allow itself to become calm and neutralized. We also command the winds to be still. We command the angels to redirect the air pressure to draw rain clouds into those areas. Call to the water elementals in those areas, the streams, lakes, ponds, oceans, to now release heavy moisture into the air, creating a very high humidity, so rain clouds can form. We also ask that there's a tremendous drop in barometric pressure that will draw rain into those areas and see rain clouds forming and raining hard enough, put out all the fires, and raining hard enough that everything is soaked so they cannot start any more new fires in the Amazon. Now we call the higher selves of all that are trying to calm down the fires and ask that they're divinely guided what to do, where to put the water, so the fire calms down. And we're going to send energy to all the firefighters. Now we're going to ask the water elemental to guide the firefighters where to place the water on the fire. And for those that are doing airdrops, see those firefighters have perfect accuracy. Now in Brazil, we're going to call the higher self of the president of Brazil and the president of France. We're going to ask that their higher selves get together, have a little group meeting, put their egos aside, and do what it takes to get this fire put out. If France has got to apologize, let them eat it and apologize. So Brazil brings in the help that it needs. And if this Brazilian president doesn't want to bring in the help, we're going to call to all the people in Brazil to go to the streets and protest. And we're going to ask the Creator, remove this man. And I'm just going to leave it up to the Creator, but in ways no one will be hurt or harmed, and replaced with a human being that will give attention to the rainforest and stop the fires and allow all this help come in. See the rainforest being reforested. See Africa, where there's burns, being reforested. Anywhere that there's been burns, see it being reforested. All right, so we're going to fill that up with light and love, and we're going to take a deep breath and release it. And I give thanks for this opportunity to serve. So I want you to take another deep breath, and this time as you exhale, I want you to imagine, again, we're going to form another bubble of light. And in this bubble of light, we're going to put the hurricane that's happening on the East Coast in the United States. We call Michael the Archangel and command they take their sword of blue flame and cut free the hurricane energy that is man-made or created with any Tesla harp information. As these elementals are cut free from their masters, we send the violet flame through the wind, rain, cloud energy to clean them up, commanding them. Let their out of balance energy burn out through the flame, turning into harmless, gentle rain. We send the angel light energy to heal the elementals as we now reconnect the hurricane energy to the divine. We command all the elementals to neutral, calming down to a gentle rain. I asked Michael to take his sword and chop up these storm fronts and see them dissipating in love, allowing a very gentle rain to come on land. See the ocean waters getting cooler under the hurricanes and before the hurricanes, which slows the hurricane down. And now in your mind's eye, we're going to place big crystal wedges in front of the hurricane that or to the side. That goes from the ground floor 10 miles up to the sky and 500 miles. We're putting many crystal wedges. And as the storm hits, it either breaks up and scatters or it bounces off and is redirected back into the ocean where it dissipates and turns harmless. Now we're going to lower the humidity level in the hurricane. And in your mind's eye, you're going to want to see the sun shining gently through the clouds, see the storm breaking up, becoming harmless to all. Now let's put in all the people that have been affected by the fires and the hurricane, especially everybody in the Bahamas and the Amazon. All the animals, and we're going to call the violet flame to blaze through everything to help them release their trauma and their stress and replace it. We're going to send love to everyone's heart so they're recharged, regenerate, and that healing energy goes to anywhere in their bodies they need it. Let them be divinely inspired what they need to do to move forward and rebuild their lives. And see all kinds of help going to these beings. In the Amazon, we're going to ask the angels protect all the indigenous tribes and move all those animals out of harm's way. Put up blocks, Ganesha, in front of all the farmers, the cattle people, the military, the government that's setting these fires so they cannot happen. Again, in your mind's eye, see it rain really, really hard in the Amazon and see the hurricane dissipating to nothing. All right. Now, before we dissolve that bubble, we're going to put the heart military installations in this bubble. And there's many of them all over the world. Now, in your mind's eye, see all their computer numbers, the ones and zeros flipping, and keep flipping, disrupting their programs and their computers breaking down. We ask the angels to go forth and direct some of this energy to all the weak spots in the heart machinery and have permission to bend metal or move any loose wires that helps break the machines down, doing so in a way where no one or anything will be neither hurt or harmed. We ask that all computers connected to the heart program start breaking down and all the information on them goes invisible, as well with all the backup systems. Call the Michael the Archangel, Ganesha, the remover of obstacles, all the cosmic beings and the creator to cut all ties to all artificial plasma in the atmosphere that was heart reptilian created, that creates a mirror. As we cut ties to their masters, we call the violet flame through all the cells, atoms, molecules, DNA of all this plasma to clean it up. Now we reconnect it all to the creator, filling it all up with divine love. We command it to be neutral and no longer function. See the plasma breaking up and neutralizing itself. Let it not be able to form any squares or ring frequency patterns. We place a mirror in front of this mirror to return all signals and frequencies back to the harp stations. As this is done, we see all the harp equipment imploding on itself. All computers connected with the harp overloading with this energy that was sent back, causing many overloads. We command the elemental kingdom, the bees, snakes, flies, ants, birds, fleas, all bugs and mold, microorganisms to infest all this harp electronic equipment. We also cut the ties to all military buoys connected to the harp stations and their dark masters. We command that all these buoys be contained in a circle of cement with a lead overlay to jam all frequencies, placing all these buoys in positions of harmlessness. See the harps breaking down, see all the natural weather patterns being reinstated on the planet. All right, fill that up with light and love, and we're going to take a deep breath and release it. All right, so let's take another deep breath, and as you breathe, feel yourself reconnected to the creator, and as you exhale, we're going to create another bubble of light. And in this bubble of light, we're going to put in everyone that's connected to ICE, CPS, Border Patrol, immigration agents, and all those who run child and immigrant concentration camps. Let there be light in the name of the presence of God, which I am, through the magnetic power, the sacred fire vested in me, I command. Call the higher selves of all ICE, CPS, Border Patrol, immigration agents, and all who run child and immigrant concentration camps who have any intent in hurting or harming a child in custody or concentration camps anywhere on the planet. asking for permission to help these law enforcement individuals to reconnect to the Creator, becoming enlightened beings at one and at peace with all humans, all life forms, and the planet Earth, and have empathy. We see all dark, etheric astral beings that have overlays on any ICE, CPS, Border Patrol, immigration agents, and all who run child concentration and immigration camps. That's keeping them from connecting to the Creator be removed from them now. See these dark astral beings being tied and bound. We send them through the violet flame to clean up their energies. We now send them back to the Creator, filling that space up with a being of divine light. As these agents have this unwanted energy removed from them, we see them begin to reconnect to the Creator. Their hearts are now unblocking. So they start having feelings of emotions that are kinder in nature, hearts filled with compassion. We now see the reptilian part of their brain begin to shut down, disconnecting them from all the satanic rituals that bound them together, resulting in their God brain being activated. Any ICE, CPS, Border Patrol, immigration agents, and all who run child concentration camps that choose not to evolve in the light, we command their higher selves and guardian angels, put them in positions of harmlessness now. See them being removed from their positions and replaced with no one as the camps are closed down. See all protective overlays around these officials of remove, and if they are responsible for child neglect or abuse of any kind, let them be brought to justice with prison time for their actions. This includes those that created these programs against immigrants, including Trump and all his staff, Nikki Haley, Stephen Miller, Mitch McConnell, all complicit politicians who have chosen to have a blind eye to child concentration camps. They see all funding for their equipment and troops be cut from them and redirected back to programs that are beneficial to the masses. See those responsible for child concentration camps being sent to prison, with all children being returned to their correct families, and the prison camps being shut down. They're going to call the higher selves of the federal judges and ask that all magic is removed off of them, so they put out warrants for the arrest of Trump and all those responsible, and anyone that is responsible for hurting and harming a child. Child trafficking, if they are doing child trafficking, let it be brought up to the surface. Let them be fought. We're going to call the higher selves of all the churches and groups out there to find out where all these concentration camps are, where the children are being held, where the ICE offices are, and do whatever it takes to block them, to block people from entering the building, to get national attention. And if they go to jail, let them be proud of what they're doing. They're doing service work. But we're going to ask that when they protest, they do it in ways where no one will be hurt or harmed. And we're also going to call the higher self of the police to remove all dark energy from around you that's allowing you to side with people that are hurting and harming children. We're going to ask your heart chakra opens up, and that you stand down and you stand with the protesters, the protectors. All right, fill that up with light and love, and we're going to take a deep breath and release it. I give thanks for this opportunity to serve. Or we're going to create another bubble of light. And in this bubble of light, we're going to put Trump and his whole family in it. So let there be light in the name of the presence of God, which I am. Through the magnetic power of the sacred fire vested in me, I command all the crystals in Washington, D.C. area to amplify light and transparency everywhere in the capital. We ask the Creator to remove all energy overlays that's keeping the public from seeing not only all the unnecessary expenses that the Trump family is creating that the public is paying for, but also sing all the, let the mass general public also see and demand Trump either stop going on as many vacation trips to any of his golf courses, including Mar-a-Lago, or pay for the trips themselves, no longer using taxpayer funds or his golf trips or his Nazi rallies. See Trump having to pay all this money back to the taxpayers. We're also going to call the goddess of truth into what the military is doing by stopping off and getting gas at airplane gas, jet fuel at airports that are around Trump's properties to keep them alive, keep that airport going. Let everything come up to the surface. Let those responsible be known, held accountable, and removed from their positions. We ask that all veils and overlays that's protecting any of Trump's kids, wives, ex-wives, his brother, his sisters, from the public's eye and receiving real justice are removed now. Let all their plans be brought to the surface in a way that Congress and the Senate and the New York Southern District Courts take action. Strip them of their power they've been given by Donald Trump and replace with someone from international experience. Remove all protective magic that is protecting his children and family and brothers and sisters from jail time for all their illegal practices of making money from the president's offices, money laundering. See all the appropriate state prosecuting attorneys pursuing the Trump family for all their past and present money laundering schemes. Let them be given prison time for all their treasonous actions and their grifting. We ask Trump's higher self to release his hatred of anyone that's not white, going backwards and forwards through hundreds of thousands of his former lives. We're going to ask Michael to cut ties and remove the energy overlay that his Nazi KKK father placed over Trump. So as all that energy is removed, we send it through the violet flame back to God, and we ask his higher self to help him reconnect to the Creator, to become an awakened spiritual being. See how Trump's mob ties being severed and transmuted by the violet flame, so Trump can no longer pull from that crime syndic energy, whether it's Russian, Saudi, or American. Let all Trump's mob secrets brought up to the surface and revealed to all, allowing real justice to step in. Remove all magical overlays of protection around Trump so there is complete transparency on how he sexually abuses children and women. Let's send energy to all those women and children Trump has sexually abused in the past and present, along with the energy they need to come forward to speak truth and be protected from Trump and Trump's followers and win in court. Call the higher selves of everyone in the United States to realize that Donald Trump and family are a national security threat. We ask that every American sets their higher selves, helps them set their ego aside, and they demand that their representatives, judicial and elected, stand up and send out warrants for the arrests on Trump, Pence, and all his cabinet members. Or impeach him with the same result. We asked Michael the Archangel to remove all overlays along with cutting all ties and binds that Bill Barr has, the New World Order, Trump, and the Catholic Church. That's allowing Barr to do all these illegal things. We're going to ask that all dark energy and all satanic magic around him be removed that's protecting him. And that he loses his law license and therefore he has got to be removed from office. We called Archangel Michael to remove all overlays of magic that's keeping the Congress and Senate from standing firm and starting impeachment or the 25th Amendment, invoking that, remove him from office. They have more than enough stuff on him, and if they don't, they ain't looking. Cut all ties and binds that Trump has to the KKK, Nazis, and white nationalism, and the Nazi racist Stephen Miller. Let's call the violet flame through all this energy to transmute all hate. See how Stephen Miller's, Trump's immigration plans falling apart, as well as Miller being removed from his office in the White House. We're going to ask that all dark energy be removed off of Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and those that are involved in the Senate and the Congress that's keeping them from moving forward with impeachment of the president or the 25th Amendment, saying that he's nuts, which he is, and get him removed and his cabinet out of office. If Trump has Hitler's genes, bloodline, we now cut those ties to Hitler, the past, and violet flame, all that energy replaced with light. We ask Trump's higher self to now let him reconnect to the Creator so he becomes an awakened spiritual being who now knows better than to hurt nor harm. Again, if Trump refuses, which is his free will, we ask his higher self and guardian angel to put him in a position of harmlessness now, doing whatever it takes to get him out of office now. Let us tie and bind the god and goddess of war and chaos and all chaos magic attached to Trump. See the chaos magic neutralizing to nothing, having no power. See all of Trump's evil programs being reversed and repealed. See Trump's barren tax be repealed and replaced with a tax rate from 2017. See Congress and Senate making Donald Trump show all his tax returns. Let's call Ganesha, the removal of obstacles to remove all blocks that's keeping Trump's taxes from being released, no matter whether it's from the banks or another state. Let all truth come to the surface. Yeah, there's whistleblowers out there. Let the whistleblowers release these taxes. Do something good for the world, for the earth, for the United States, for your soul. You would be a hero or a shero. Let all come to the surface. See all satanic magic that's keeping the Trumps in power be neutralized. See all overlays of Nazi evangelical magic removed from Trump and his family. And in your mind's eye, see there being so much evidence that he and his cabinet are removed from office and we are replaced with a human being light worker. All right, fill that up with light and love, and we're going to take a deep breath and release it. And I give thanks for this opportunity to serve. All right, let's do some DNA work real quick. All right, take another deep breath, and we're going to create another bubble of light as you exhale. And in this bubble of light, we're going to put everyone, all life forms on the planet, and we're going to call the higher selves of everyone on the planet and all life forms and ask for permission to do this light work for you. Let there be light in the name of the presence of God, which I am, through the magnetic power of the sacred fire vested in me, I command. I call to everyone's higher self and ask the higher self now allow all strands of everyone's DNA to reconnect and realign with the divine with such a high healing energy that will keep anything from affecting the DNA and mutating it for any reason. See how strands of everyone's DNA reconnect to the Creator, allowing the DNA to keep its proper divine shape, healthy and functioning. See all dark veils that are around our strands being cleansed by the violet flame, and everyone reawakening to their divinity and spiritual connection to the divine. Let us direct this high energy to all fetuses, human, reptilian, mammals, fish, birds, all life forms being carried in the mother's womb. And this high DNA healing is directed toward the fetuses. We see them forming perfect and healthy. As our DNA strands are being healed, we become healthy and our spiritual psychic abilities are open. and are enhanced with everyone integrating their abilities in a gentle, kind way. Everyone is excited at their newfound gifts, using them joyfully in service for the planet and all living on her. People are also using their gifts to heal themselves, the elementals, taking divine creation to new heights. See, everyone and anyone in Japan and everywhere else on the planet who's now being affected by any kind of unnatural, excessive radiation, being sent an extra veil of light to protect their bodies, see their DNA reconnecting to the Creator and sent mass doses of healing energy that will help correct any possible DNA altering. Let this be gentle, kind experience. As everyone awakens, they realize that they can create heaven on earth, being given answers for all challenges on the planet, for neutralizing radiation on the planet. For God does not give us a challenge without giving us the answers to solve it, to healing the water, ozone, glaciers, you name it, divine creation working through us will heal it. As our DNA is reconnected to the divine, it also cuts all ties to anyone who's tried to genetically alter all life forms in any way, including all genetically modified food. See, our food supply, whose DNA has been altered in any way, also reconnecting back to the divine and being filled with such a high healing divine energy that all life forms are allowed to go back to their God created shape and function. We ask that all other life forms, including all sea life, reconnecting their DNA to the Creator, and as all life forms reconnect, see them becoming healthier, including, again, all unborn fetuses. We also see all other life forms being filled with an extra light energy to help protect them, whether they are on land, sea, air. We command that the angels go forth to anywhere there's Tesla grill machine that's being used to alter humanity in any way, be cut from the masters, filled with the violet flame to clean it up, angel light energy to heal. Now we recommand those machines to break down, misfunction, stop working, and to keep breaking down. We call the higher self of anyone running the machines and ask that they become dyslexic around them. See all programs that have genetic codes be scrambled and or go invisible as we put lots of magnets and all their hard drives connected to the machines. Let's call to the rats, mites, fleas, snakes, mites, mold, and dust, make nests in all this equipment. See the machines breaking down now. We call to everyone's higher self, including you guys, and ask that your divine blueprint for perfect health is activated in your bodies and put in motion. Let this integrate in a very gentle, kind, loving way with your cells, atoms, molecules, going all the way down into your DNA. All right, nevertheless, not our will, but thy will be done. So let's take a deep breath and release that. And I give thanks for this opportunity to serve. Okay, let's close the circle. Let's do 3 ohms real quick. Om. Om. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May all the beings in all the worlds be happy, so be it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Next week, someone reminded me it's going to be Friday the 13th, and we're going to have a full moon. So I think we're going to have a evening of chanting and really calling down that divine light energy and re-anchoring it to the planet. We haven't done that in a long time. So let's ground. Hold that energy, earth energy, let it come up your feet now. And as it comes up your feet and your legs, feel yourself ground, pull back in body, become very, very centered, very clear-headed. Now, I'm curious if any of you felt anything different when we brought in light in the energy in the beginning and sent it through the feet into the earth and had you reconnect with all the trees and the tree roots. Now, when we first did this at my store, we did actually last night. And oh my God, I get blasted with so much energy and just chills just ran through me, chills of energy. It was really cool, almost knocked us off our feet. So I'd be curious if anybody felt anything or felt a subtle energy or anything different doing that, because it was something different. All right, so if you're still high after this, and I don't mean pot high, go hug a tree. Now, if you got hematite, hold hematite. That's a silver gray stone that's really shiny. And feel yourself, you should pull back in body, and it'll center you and help you become very calm. And if you don't have it, get some, okay? All right. If you don't have it, you can't get some tonight, then go hug a tree. Put your hands on the tree. Okay. Palms on the tree. And for 30 seconds, imagine yourself sending all your excess energy into the tree. And then ask the tree to send you energy back and you'll ground. Okay. If you want to do more energy work, catch me on my Facebook page, Cathy Bilsky. There's a lot to be done. If you want information on how to become a pen pal with an immigrant that's in prison, contact me. Contact me through Facebook or my YouTube channel. Become a subscriber. Become a subscriber to UPRN Radio, their channel. Subscribe to them. I think you can see me live again. But I do put all my shows up on UPRN Radio on my website, on my YouTube channel. And I do have a website, www.angeliteom.com. And I have all my healing tools, all my Angelite healing tools that glow in the dark, massage tools, and made some new things. This is a star. It's made out of Angelite and crystals, and it glows in the dark. And, it takes pain away. So you can hold it, you can sit on it, headache, take it in the car with you, put it under your car seat when you drive. And then I also have massage tools and pieces of Angelite and pendants you can wear. Angelite's pretty incredible. I've had to get rid of burns and bruises overnight, cancers, tumors, cysts, and just accelerate the healing of whatever I put it on. And you can call me at my store in Hawaii on the Big Island at 808-775-9400. I'm there from 11 to 4 o'clock Hawaiian time. Don't call me early, don't call me late. You'll probably catch me. I do have an answering machine and I do return calls. So if you ever need of any other spiritual work, curse removal, or shamanic soul retrieval, I do it by the phone or Skype. Come into my store, lay on my Angelite table. If you can see my big earth keeper behind me, I have the largest crystal in Hawaii, and this is my 1,000-pound celestial earth keeper, smoky quartz, double terminated. I call her Ela, short for celestial. And I also have another one that's celestial, that's over 650 pounds. And you can touch and hug them and really commune with them and let it amplify your thoughts, wishes, and dreams and hopes. I have the largest dream catcher selection in Hawaii. And I have a really cool rock shop. So, I'm a spiritual one-stop shop. My store is called Cathy's Angelite Crystals, Miracles, and Joy in Honoka'a, the Big Island. And, it's a cool island. Go swim with the dolphins. Pretty cool. On that note, remember next week, full moon, Friday the 13th, and we're going to do some chanting. So get your water bottle, get your crystals, and let's really anchor some light on the planet again. You certainly can use it. On that note, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Same time. This is Cathy Bilsky, the Quantum Leap, Let Light Unite Show on UPRN Radio. Aloha. See you next week, same time.